It's time for us to have a conversation. Yesterday was World Dance Day, and Nii Teteyate has joined us on the set. He is the director of Noyam African Dance Institute, and he's going to help us to understand a little bit more about World Dance Day and why it's even important for us to recognize. Good morning, Nii.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's Nii Tete.
Nii Tete.
Nii Tete.
Yes.
Ah, okay, right. Welcome. Now, World Dance Day, it was yesterday.
Yes.
Right, okay. What's the significance of that?
So it's a day set aside to give proper recognition to the area of dance, and it's important in national development, social cohesion, cultural strengthening and what have you. So basically that's what it does. But each country is supposed to approach it and as they deem necessary. So whatever challenges that that specific country is facing, the dancers and the people that talk about it, rally around and help, give it its proper platform, if you may. So
Okay.
that's what it's all
Okay.
about.
Well, what does that mean for us in Ghana? Because we've traditionally danced, long before World Dance Day became a thing. We were been dancing, right?
True.
So what does that mean for us in terms of plugging in what we have with what's happening globally?
That is beautiful. And I think that is where our challenge starts, because the dance has been an integral part of our culture.
Yeah.
We haven't seen or given that much credence to the various developmental strands that have come out of it. For instance, Ghana, if you look at how our dance is positioned, the late Professor Ofosu Adenku proposed looking at it as 3 areas.
Okay.
Dance as a cultural activity, dance as a social activity, and then dance as art. And then we have to realize that these various strands need to develop properly on their own, even though there'll be overlaps. So when we talk about dance as a cultural activity, we are looking at dance being used as a vehicle to promote a cultural activity. So if it's an instrument of a king, a cultural ritual or what have you, there are specific dances for that, and they speak, and they are the vehicles on which these cultural elements ride on. And then you have dances as social activities, and this will extend to your azontos and akaides, to some traditional social dances.
Okay.
They also need to develop on their own. And then you come to the area of dance as art. Now you're looking at dances being performed on your conventional stage, with dance productions, the new area coming up of contemporary African dance.
Yeah.
Now these are all happening here, and I can tell you most people don't realize, that just under the surface, these various areas are bubbling and coming up. So we need to pay attention to this, and that is why this conversation is important.
Now, there's a question that I want to ask about the development of dance. Now, does dance develop organically by whatever influence, circumstantial influences, or can you decide that we want to create a new dance and then create it?
There you go. So with these two things, these two areas,
Yeah.
they fall under dance as a cultural activity now.
Okay.
Under that circumstances, the dances would develop on their own as part of certain activities in the community that those dances would help propagate. Because if you take our traditional dances, our classics that we have them already, they might not have started and that one day the people have accepted them. There might be some rituals in the community, and then a little dance is like a 5-minute part of it.
Okay.
And then the people start adding their, their own ingenuity.
Okay.
And then gradually it gives birth and then it grows. And then the area of dance as art, with that one, the choreographer or the creator is given that power to bring into being that dance form. Now, with Africa, depending on if it has or if it resonates with the philosophies and ideas and aesthetics of the people, it might be accepted or it might die off. So these two areas work hand in hand, depending on what is available to fuel and to influence the creative process.
Wow. Where is your dance institute, by the way?
So Noyam is located in the beautiful hills of Dodowa. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on social media?
Yes, we're on
People
social
wanna- people wanna try
media.
to find you?
Yes, Noyam Dance on all our social media
Noyam Dance
platforms. Yes,
on
and
all
our
of
area is the development of contemporary African dance. This is the new voice of aesthetics in performance that is coming out. And then most African countries are being heavily influenced by the West and how they are being developed. But with Noyam, what we're trying to do is to use the rich organic material we have to create a new voice, even though speaking, to say from a place of heritage.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Okay. The future of African dance, what do you see?
There's two ways it's going to go. One is if we are passive and allow the West to influence, our style, then it's going to toe their line. But if we understand that at each creative point in history, whoever the creator is, be it individual or a society, needs to be conscious of what is being influencing.
Okay.
For instance, if you take the Dono, it's a drum from the northern region, but you can find it among the Akan traditional ensemble,
Yes.
because our ancestors saw that it was compatible with what they needed to do.
okay.
It was compatible
Okay.
with their developmental idea.
I see.
So
I didn't even know it was from the northern
Yes.
part of
So
Ghana.
we, as a current generation, if we are creating, we have to be careful which element. We are free to choose. The culture allows for that, but we have to be mindful and select compatible elements that is in the same trajectory and the same line with our developmental ideas. Otherwise, we are going to lose that identity, that thing that gives it that rich, Africanness.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you came with some dancers.
Yes,
and
yes,
We're going
yes,
to take
yes.
a look at some dance
Yes.
that they have for us,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So this is a Noyam African Dance Institute, and what you're going to see is a contemporary piece, and the movement structure and how it's rendered is being drawn from some Ghanaian dances and how we feel they can be given a new voice and used to tell a conceptual idea
Okay.
on stage.
All right, let's take a look.